Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech channel where we can tinker and learn. Today, we're going to do an install and exploration of MX Linux 23. So be sure to stay tuned, like the video on the way in, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and be sure to share the video if you feel like doing so. And with that, we'll start it off. So basically, what we're going to do is a review and install of maintenance Linux, MX Linux 23. And I'm going to explain what it is first. It's basically a little operating system. Overall experience is pretty good. What we're going to start is the introduction of MX Linux 23, the ultimate operating system for power users and casual computer enthusiasts alike. With the seamless integration of cutting-edge features and user-friendly interface, MX Linux 23 offers a truly immersive computing experience like no other. Say goodbye to sluggishness and inefficiency as this innovative OS delivers lightning-fast performance, allowing you to multitask effortlessly and blaze through your daily tasks with ease. And also, too, with MX Linux, you can experience the freedom of customization with MX Linux 23's extensive range of applications and tools, whether you're a developer needing powerful gaming capabilities or as a content creator seeking versatile multimedia software. This operating system has got you covered. Seamlessly switch between windows, manage files effortlessly with the intuitive file manager, or take advantage of various desktop environments to personalize your workstation just the way you want to, or just the way you want it. And it's not all. MX Linux 23 comes packed with robust security features that ensure your data remains safe from any personal threats. Rest easy knowing that your sensitive information is shielded by advanced encryption algorithms while browsing the web securely. And using its built-in VPN technology. Additionally, automatic updates guarantee that you always have access to the latest security patches, ensuring maximum protection against emerging cybersecurity risks. So we're going to run the live disk. We're going to change the display around, and then we're going to install it from the live disk. And we're going to reboot the system and run it from the hard drive and explore Linux 23. Be sure to subscribe, share, and like the video on your way in. Your support of this channel is great and very helpful, and is very beneficial to us and you, and it inspires me to get more content out there to you like this. And also continue. So we're going to do the VMware setup. So this is where we're going to like instruct VMware on how we want to install this operating system, or how to load this operating system. So I'm going to load the ISO that I downloaded earlier, and then I'm going to select the Linux, not other, but I use Debian, the latest Debian that's available in the selection. And then I rename the virtual machine to MX Linux 23 to my specification. I chopped the disk size down to 10 gigabytes just for, and stored it as a single disk. That's what I did. And then I just went over here to this screen to check on the RAM to make sure that it's sufficient. And then we're going to run the live disk on VMware to see what we have. So I'm going to play the virtual machine. Virtual machine is starting up. We're going to boot into it, see what we have. There's several options. I went just through looking through the options, but I ultimately went with the first option. and then it loads, and then it starts the booting process. And then it goes to black screen for a minute. And then after the black screen, we have uh what do we have? Yeah, this screen comes up, and then it's libretto. And this is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. The resolution is not to where I want it to be, so we're gonna have to fix that soon. But that's the initial loading of the desktop. And you have this handy little welcome window, which is pretty cool. You got a lot of cool wallpapers. I mean, I like it. The overall experience in MX Linux 23 was pretty cool. One of the best experiences that I ever had with a Linux operating system. It's pretty easy to install once you get that going. But we're just looking around at the different settings. I was looking around to see if I could get the window sized up the way that I like. So the best thing we could do is hit tweak panel, etc. Go to display, select the proper display settings, hit apply, and then we're going to install MX Linux 23. All right, so once I got the desktop resized, I'm going to have to do it again after I install it. But here we're going to run the installer. And just click install MX Linux. It'll check the installation media. This will take a little bit to do. It was not necessary for me to speed this presentation up because the installation of MX Linux didn't take too long. So I like the design overall. I think that's pleasant. You know what I mean? I'm not too, 10 gigabytes of disk space and um, 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's not bad on a virtual machine in VMware for this, as I set up before. So we're just gonna, regular install using the entire disk, and he's confirmed that. And one thing I like about this installation process is it allows you to figure out the computer name and put the computer domain name and all that information down as a as the installation is in progress, which is really neat. I never seen anything like that before. And we'll just name the computer, put it on the domain name W389. It's one of my old computer domains. And I'll just name the computer as I please and just do the location defaults, configure the clock, and any event settings, which I don't really mess with in this scene. Then we do the user accounts. So I put my standard username, my default standard password. And when I confirm that the passwords match, that will be the field goes from red to green or pink to green, or like when fields match. If they don't match, the fields remain pink. So it's the same thing. We're going to do a root administrator account. Use like the same password. Just keep it simple, at least for me. You could do it as you please. All right. And I mean, it gives you something to do while the installation is in progress. I don't know how it does it, but however it does it is the most pleasing installation experience, because usually the you set the parameters at the front of the installation, then the installation process proceeds, and then you get the installation at the end of it. But this was different, as in the installation was in progress, but you were setting the parameters as the installation was in progress. So it looks like the installation is complete. What we're going to do is reboot MX Linux from the hard drive and just see what we have. So here we are in the process of rebooting. Zoom in my screen a little bit so you can see what we have. And I'm running the MX23 Liberto 64-bit version powered by Debian. I want to check to make sure my disk is not connected. Then I want to proceed with rebooting into Liberto or Libretto. I don't know if I pronounced it right. I hope I did. And this is what it looks like when you first boot into it. The booting process is pretty quick. All right. And then you would just log in with your standard login information that I indicated in the screens previous. And then it loads up the desktop. It has an interesting clock. It shows the connection is established to the network. Your standard welcome screen comes up. Notice that there's no install option. And then what I do is I go for the tweak panel, go for the display, and check the resolution, put it to my specifications, match my monitor, and then we're going to explore MX Linux. After that, I think I'm going to step off the screen just for a second here. And we're just going to look at a few things. I like the way that they have the clock set up. That's really interesting. And then they show you the hard drive, memory, and the CPU specs. So we'll just look at some quick system info. And it doesn't really tell you all that you want to know in a user-friendly format, but there's a lot of good information there in case you're debugging or anything like that. And then we'll look at, say, the task manager. So this is their equivalent of the task manager, a little different. And then we'll just go look at the other things. You got MX package installer, got recently used, got everything from accessories, development, games, graphics, internet, multimedia, MX tools, office, settings, and system. So the accessories, application finder, archive manager, bulk rename, catfish, file search, clipboard manager, clunky toggle, feather pad, calculator. Then you got development, Guarantee, icon browser. You got games such as L Breakout, Mahone, Peg E. And you got document scanners, LibreOffice Draw, and all that stuff. You got graphics, Then you got the internet options, your Firefox, MX Viewer, Thunderbird, and transmission. You got your multimedia options such as VLC Media Player and all the others, Camoid, XF Burn. And then you got MX Tools stuff about MX Linux. That comes really handy. So that's really cool. Like it's really worthy of an install and it's worth playing around with. And if you're really into this environment and maybe you want to make it your daily driver, that's something to also consider too. So there's a lot of goodies that come packaged with this, indeed. So I started to try and network it with my network, but I had issues browsing the network for reasons I don't know. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with the install. I'm sure you'll be pretty pleased with the install if you have system specs. Make sure that you subscribe, share, and like the video. It helps with the algorithm. Your support is greatly appreciated. Without you guys, we are nothing. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you guys being here. And then with that, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the channel,